Welcome friends, welcome family, welcome to my home and welcome to my sacred space that I prepared for us here to do this pick a card today. I'm going to be shuffling our thought of the day from our Moonology Oracle cards, and I'll go ahead and start shuffling those now. It really means a lot to me that you are here. When I first started this project, it was so that I could help bring joy and hope out into this world, and it actually really helped ground and balance me and has been a big part of my survival. So that is why I ask you to share. That's why I ask you to like this video. That's why I ask you to tell people about it, because the more people I can reach, the more hope and goodness I can give. I'm doing more than just these tarot readings now, so go ahead and check out my channel and see if you can find some other stuff. I know this is a virtual connection, but it is a very real connection to me. I'm Olivia, and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, here to do this pick a card tarot reading. If you would like a personal detailed reading, you can look in the description of this video or in my bio. Click on my link tree. At any rate, it's quite an adventure. If you feel like you can't afford it, do call me and talk to me, because we can always work something out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. We're going to pick the card from the top of the deck, and we have Communication is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. That is a very, very, I don't think it's just a Gemini thing, but I know that Geminis are known for communication skills, and as a Gemini, I can tell you that it is very, very difficult for me when somebody cannot communicate with me about things, especially if they hint at something this and this, and I feel this, but I can't really tell you why. That is very, very frustrating. I don't even know why I'm saying that, because it really doesn't have anything to do with this. Well, we'll see. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Okay, so we have some card toppers here. You use these card toppers in order to pick a card. The way I designed it is that you go ahead and pick a card, and that will be your card of the day. However, I understand that there are lots of people using these videos lots of ways. Some people I even have them on at night to go to sleep by. Some of them are um, if you find it relaxing, if you find it exciting, however you find this video, it was meant for you to find it right now, and hopefully we're going to have some fun with this. Okay, so let me introduce you to the card toppers, and we have this marble. I call this marble the diversity marble because it's got the rainbow in it. It is egg shaped, so I'm not sure if marble is even the right word for it. We also have the cat eye right here and the red fish. The red fish is a bead, which I think is an adorable bead. And then last but not least, we have the happy cat, the happy lucky cat. And he is right here on this card right there. All right. So let's go ahead and read in our Moonology Oracle deck about this Gemini card. I'm a little curious what's going on here. It is a new moon in Gemini. Okay, so we're looking at the new moon cards in Gemini, page 46. And it says, a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. Sounds like a Gemini talking. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about a start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to the person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, all other forms of communication will also help. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. look around. Someone's probably flirting with you. And finally, my favorite, read more books. Read more books. Read more books. Okay, let's go ahead and I really don't feel like we got a whole lot out of that, but with the new moon, I do know it is time for a fresh start. Um, and that's good. So let's go ahead and see what we have under the diversity marble and how we can relate it to the new moon in Gemini. And you have, let's see if I can get this focused, the Four of Pentacles. Look at his face. Okay, so he's not angry, he's serious. Oh gosh, it looks like he's angry, doesn't it? Here's the thing. He's holding on. Okay, he might be holding on to a relationship that's past its due date. But more likely he's holding on to some savings. He's been able to save some money, maybe something that he hasn't been able to do before. This card represents it being time to go ahead and stock up. Stock up for the next go round, whatever it may be, and whenever it may be. Also, it does talk about not taking risks. So when I say stock up and prepare, and maybe even invest some extra money that you might have in this case, but don't gamble or do anything risky. It's actually telling you to be serious and exercise caution and get ready, and you have what you need. Look at, so he's got these 4 coins here and he's holding on to, he's got one on his head. He has a whole bag behind him. So if you've gotten this card today and you have some kind of little savings, some kind of little stockpile, if you don't, it's time to go ahead and save. If you do, it's time to go ahead and invest. But not in risky things. No risky business. All right. So I guess communication is key. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. That's it's so plain. It's just make sure you're communicating appropriately and well and saying the things that you need and want. So we're going to pick up the card that's under the cat eye, and it is the Ace of Cups. So here's the thing about the Ace of Cups. That water here, it's not just flowing out of the cup, it's also flowing into the cup. And you can see the peace symbol and the God symbols here. It's all in God's hands. It's all about love. This is also, cups or chalices is also the hearts card. And with it being the ace, it's a new beginning. Oftentimes it has to do with a new beginning in love. And I don't just mean romantic love. In some instances, I wouldn't say in this one, but when it's next to a fertile card, it can mean conception. It can also mean a new member in your family. It could mean a new puppy, something like that. It definitely has to do with new beginnings and with pure love. And when coupled with communication is key, I would just say there's really no need to be afraid to say anything when there is pure love involved. When there is love, you can have these hard conversations. I'm not saying they will be without difficulty, but you don't have to fear as much when you're talking to someone in love. Okay, we're going to see what's under the, oops, little fishy here. I was not paying attention, sorry guys. The little red fish bead. I really enjoy looking at these on the camera because they're bigger and brighter. Okay, so your card is the Two of Rods, also known as the Two of Wands, apparently also known as Bastos or batons or bastoni, staven and stabi. Um, so what does this have to do with? Okay, I want you to look up close and I want you to see that this personage has the world in their hands. They have it all under control. They're not moving too quickly. They're not even necessarily moving. So this card often says don't be hasty, kind of think over things before you move forward, okay? And that is what he's doing. It looks like he's planning. You may have a choice in the matter. It may be sometimes it has to do with holding two jobs, holding a second job. We also, with this card, along with planning, not being hasty, also kind of looking back to the past in order to gauge the future. You know, we don't want you to hold on to the past, but it is definitely a thing to learn from the past. Where communication is key, talk to people before you make any decisions. Talk it out. Talk to people that you trust that can help you make these decisions. It may not be a decision, it just may be a thought process as to, oftentimes with the wands, I feel like they're tools. So oftentimes this does have to do with work, working with your hands in particular. And I think we'll just add communication is key. We already did talking to your friends. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what our little happy-go-lucky cat has to say. What's under you? And we have the 8 of Cups. It may be time to move on. This may be you striking out on your own as an individual, moving away from family and friends possibly. Maybe just moving from your birth home out into the world. It is a card of transition, and Cups, excuse me, I need a little sip of cuppa. Oh my goodness, that coffee is good. Pardon me. Okay, here we go. Back to the Ace of Copas, as it says in the top right-hand corner. We're looking at a passage into a new phase of your life. We're also looking at, it could be very emotional. This card does have a lot of emotion, especially when it comes to what you're leaving behind. But sometimes in moving forward, we do have to leave things behind. Do talk to the people that you are moving on from. If you're not moving on, or you feel like you're not really leaving anyone, because maybe you're just moving down the street, or maybe you're just starting a new job, or maybe you are, maybe you just have a new girlfriend and you're spending more time with your new boyfriend or just your new friend, and not spending as much time with family. It doesn't have to be all deep and tumultuous all the time. Although I do want to recommend that you do talk about your feelings as you feel them. Even if, like the little Moonology book said, if you don't feel like you can talk to someone about them, go ahead and journal your feelings. That's an important part, I feel like, of this card with the new moon in Gemini. And here we are. We have read all 4 of the cards. So, do I have any more to say? I don't think so. There is my closing, and that is that I do hope that you found some joy in this. I do hope that maybe you found some hope. Maybe you were entertained. Maybe you are carrying some food for thought with you today. I hope you found this moment to be just what you needed. Do take what resonates with you and leave the rest, and don't make any life-altering decisions or changes based on a video pick a card. That is something that that is not my intention here for you to be making big decisions. This is just to give you a little glimpse into what your day may hold. Or if you're looking at this at the end of the day and you're thinking about your your day in the past, sometimes people do that. I think that's kind of a cool thing to do, because you can say, "Oh wow, yeah, I was spending a lot of time with my new friend today, and I missed dinner with my family. Wow." I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. I do hear lots of wonderful stories from you guys. I do like it if you comment. I do love comments, positive and negative. I don't get very many negative ones, but um, yeah, I just really appreciate it. Thank you for being here, and TTFN, as Tigger would say. Ta ta for now.